The wet tropics is the centre of Australia's banana production. Despite periods of high rainfall, farmers still need good irrigation systems to successfully produce bananas all year round. Systems should be checked regularly. A good system saves money by putting the right amounts of water and nutrients in the right places. A bad system waters unevenly, plants underperform, and valuable water, nutrients and soil can wash away. Checking the efficiencies in the pumping of water is the first step. Without an efficient pumping and delivery system, fertigation cannot be efficient. Pat Daly from Daly's Water Service has been working in the irrigation industry for over 40 years. He holds many irrigation qualifications and has been designing and testing systems for many years. He guides us through the testing procedure.
It's important to test the pump because we need to establish the flow rate that's being delivered to the field, pressure that it operates at, and the energy that's used. When we use our ultrasonic flow meter and pressure gauges and measure the electricity, we can also establish whether or not our pipes are at optimum for the suction and discharge. The suction pipe we always target nothing more than 1 metre a second velocity, and the discharge pressure is generally between 1.5 and 2 metres a second velocity. With any filter, when we test it, we want to test the upstream and downstream pressure of that filter to see what the differential in pressure is. And it's important to remember that these filters should be designed to still operate with dirty water conditions. Once we've looked at the pump and the filter, we move to the field where we need to measure pressure and flow of the sprinklers or drippers. And we're looking for what the variations in flow and pressure are from one end of the field to the other. But we also use things like our catch cans to establish what the distribution of uniformity is under the spray. This will help us make decisions about where would be the best place to place our soil moisture monitoring equipment. With the catch cans, the added benefit of this test is that we can establish what the actual depth of application is, which is useful to know this when we're comparing our irrigation with rainfall or evaporative losses. Using some of the information from the catch can test, we're able to establish best place to put our soil moisture probes. Soil moisture probes can be identified essentially by two different types. We have tension type probes, or tensiometers, and capacitance type probes. With both of these systems, we have some limitations, but we can establish what the water holding capacity is in the soil and how the crop is drawing that water down. Once we've done these tests, it's a good idea to look at what your system capacity might be. Now, system capacity can be the design of the system, so that's really how much water you can get on that area in a 24-hour period, against your managed system capacity. So that may be where you've got to share the pump with other systems, or you may be restricted by the power tariffs or the water supply. The main thing to remember is 1 litre of water on a square metre of area is 1 millimetre. So by measuring flow rate, we can work out how many millimetres is possible to put over the number of square metres you have. 1 hectare is 10,000 square metres. 100 ml of water on a hectare is 1 megalitre of water. This is important to understand when we start to use some of our tools such as the tensiometers and capacitance probes to apply some scheduling techniques.
A good irrigation system is only part of the story. Make sure you see our video on fertigation. Remember, efficient irrigation together with fertigation save money and improves your crops. That's better for you, your farm, our waterways and the Great Barrier Reef.